Yeah, okay.
わかりますか？断罪師。要は罪人。
Oh.
例えば、
Boy, she's got liars on the mind today,
を懲
huh?
らしめる
Yeah, weird.
審判裁きの一撃ですね。このセブンの弾丸を受けて
Oh,
立ち上がる
yeah.
と、いえ、使徒はいないでしょう。
Wow.
Well, that would suck for me.
I'm glad I'm not a dead apostle then.
Yeah.
Huh.
Ciel gloats like a proud parent.
Yes.
A stake giant
Yeah.
this powerful could probably take, all one word,
Yeah.
down anything, even a vampire. Probablatake. Probablataki. Yeah, that's definitely what that word
yeah.
is. So it's clearly not two words. The problem is whether or not its next stake has my name on it.
Yeah, hopefully she didn't, write your name on one.
他にもいくつか種類がありますが、それらは今の遠野くんには関係がないの
Oh,
で紹
why
介は
is
でき
this
ませ
one
ん。
relevant?
誠に残念
Well, he already
です
saw
が
this
諦めてください。
Oh, I guess.
She was using it against Blob.
Well, she saw the sword too.
Yeah, but that might not be a variation of this weapon. That could be a different weapon.
Yeah, I guess so.
そうですか。それはよかった。参考までに聞きますが、その銃、杭打ち機の他にはどんな無理難題があるんでしょ
I
う。
mean, I can't imagine it needs to do much else to fight vampires, right?
そうで
Big
す
launcher
ね。
is pretty much the main
火
function.
炙り、引き潰し、切り刻み、
Fire,
毒まぶし、
override
痛め
needle,
つけ
poison. Oh,
といった
yeah,
ところ
okay.
でしょうか。
Well, I don't think adding inflict pain is really. It's a gun. That's what all guns do. Is
Well,
inflict pain.
I think they said it was in the Flaw thing. It's like conceptual pain, like actual just crippling your nerves instead of actually attacking your body to do it.
おや、不思議なことに、これらは吸血鬼に協力した罪人にも適
Now that
用
you
される
mention
刑
it,
罰
wow.
でした。
This would all be useful for people that work with vampires. Huh.
それが何か？
Weird, huh?
Totally.
I am so screwed.
Yeah, and I don't think Noelle is helping you.
She's far beyond the point of suspicion. She knows full well that I went out with Ark last night. But Noelle is busy, like, dying or something. Like, last time we saw her, she was, like, literally falling apart. Probably because of that blob bite situation.
Yeah, that did something to her, and now she's like
collapsed
in an alley.
Turbo dying or something. She was like, I have like 2 days to do stuff.
Yeah.
And now I've been benched. God damn it.
Yeah.
ところでお茶をどうぞ。喉の渇きは会話の渇きですよ。
Huh, wow. So she wants answers first, huh?
きちんとしたお話をしてくれると思ったので、特別に渋いお茶を入れましたから。
Where cat's like tearing at a carpet upstairs or something.
Oh. Well.
Alright, time to apologize with everything I've got.
Dogeza?
I have no choice now but to believe in the power of confession.
Please, Jesus, save me from your messenger.
先輩、ですね。
はい。何でしょうか、
What's
トー
with
ナ
the
君。
green aura?
昨夜の話なんですけど。
ほう、昨夜のお話ですか。それは興味深い。成長しますので遠慮なくどうぞ。懺悔だと思って。
I want to let you know, I did exactly like I promised, and I did not go looking for vampires alone.
Yes.
You did not, however, make me promise not to go looking for vampires with a vampire.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the park to keep a promise, and a vampire just showed up.
The vampire was at the park. And then I went with that vampire to look for other vampires.
To make sure I wasn't alone.
I wasn't alone at that point.
Yeah, we're good, right?
すみません。俺は先輩との約束を破って、アルクエイドと吸血鬼を探しに行きました。あいつとは2日前からそういう約束だったんです。
Your promise was to not go looking for vampires alone.
Well,
and you didn't.
そうですか。成果はありましたか？
ありませんでした。
No.
吸血鬼は慎重になってるみたいで、しばらくは膠着状態だろうってアルクエイドが。
でしょうね。それに関しては私も同意見です。私と神祖がいる以上、下手に動くことはないでしょう。まあ、それはいいとして。
That
それ
aside.
で、あなたの感想は？吸血鬼と協力して得るものはありましたか？
I learned that she really doesn't like it when I talk about you.
Yeah.
感想ですか？
She really hates you for some reason.
That's unexpected. I thought Ciel would be lecturing me for breaking my promise. But technically, you didn't. Ciel made you promise the wrong thing.
Well, Dad, yeah, you made your promise to Ark first.
そうです。やっぱり怖かったとか、もう
Oh.
二度と関わりたくないとか、そういった感想です。
Well, what I discovered is that she can be really cute sometimes, but also she's kind of scary because, like, she gets really possessive and it's weird.
Yeah.
She didn't do that last time. What do you mean last time? I don't know. Why did I say that?
だって遠野くんは言ったじゃないですか。武器があっても戦うのは怖いって。
So, have you
だから
finally learned to
これ
stay
で懲
away
りたり
from
はし
Ark?
ないんですか？
No.
No, not even a little bit.
Not even a tiny bit.
それはありません。先輩の力になりたいのは変わらないし、吸血鬼のことを見なかったことにもできない。でも、ごめんなさい。先輩との約束を破ったことは反省しています。あの時点で、アルクエイドと2人で吸血鬼探しをしていることを先輩に告白すればよかったんです。
To be clear, you only promised you wouldn't go hunting for vampires alone, and you accomplished that. I bow my head deeply. In trying to keep my word to Ark, I stepped all over the leniency Ciel gave me. No, that's not it. I didn't want Ciel to hate me, so I kept quiet about my plans with Ark, and I did that knowing it would be dishonest.
告白ですか？それはそうですね。遠野くんははっきり私に秘密を打ち明けるべきでした。ですが、私が反省してほしいのはそこではありません。遠野くんはもっと自分の体を大事にしてください。あなたは普通の男の子なんです。私のような掃除屋とは違う。
I mean, yeah, he's definitely hurt himself pretty badly.
だから、遠野くんの身に万が一のことがあったら、私は自分が許せません。
Don't worry, Ark would never forgive herself if anything happened to me either, so I think we're safe.
Probably. Possibly.
Can't believe it took me this long to realize how stupid I've been. I was riding high after the defeat of Lov. With the big threat gone, my thoughts were filled with Ciel and Ark, and I stopped taking vampires seriously. She's not angry at me for breaking my promise. She's trying from the bottom of her heart to get it through my head just how much I'm putting myself in danger.
シエル先輩、
I got nothing. Feelings of remorse and gratitude are all tangled up inside me and I can't think straight. All I can do is look into Ciel's face.
いろいろと言いたいことはありますが、そんな顔をされたら何も言えません。
Okay, good. Let me memorize how this face feels real quick so I can use it anytime you start trying to lecture me.
考えてみれば、一人で吸血鬼を探してはいけない。
Yes, it
なんて言っ
was.
た私にも落ち度はあったんですね。
You should have told me not to go looking for vampires at all.
確かにあなたは一人ではありませんでしたし。まあ、 一緒にいた相手があまりにも問題でしたが。
See, Ciel can be reasonable. She's like, you know, I did tell you not to go looking for vampires alone, and to your credit, you weren't alone. I don't particularly like who you were with, but hey, at least you weren't alone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, technically.
Technically.
いや、あれはトンチというか言い訳というかですね。
いいです。私も反省かつ学習しました。
I'll just phrase it better next time.
Yes,
遠
well.
野くんがあれぐらいでおとなしくしている人じゃないってよーく覚えておきます。
Yeah, you should know he's not a good boy like that, you know?
Ciel's words are sharp, but I can make out a playful note in her tone. That's a relief. The issue hasn't been fully resolved yet, but it seems like she's forgiven me just a little.
あ、でもあいつがいたって知ってるってことは、先輩はどこから見てたんですか？やっぱり俺たちと同じように街を探し回っていた時、隠れて見ていたとか。
By the way, yeah.
Well, it was at least a couple of days ago when you knocked that building over.
Right.
そう、何のことか全くわかりません。私、昨夜はこの町を離れていたので何とも。
I mean, she might be telling the truth, but she is glossing over having been, you know, following them a couple days ago.
Yeah.
ノエル先生がたまたま見かけたとかで。
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
ノエル先生が。今日は休んでますけど、昨夜は元気だったんですか？
はい。
Looks like Ciel didn't know about Miss Noel's absence.
Yeah, she doesn't really pay attention to her.
After a few seconds' thought, Ciel bluntly changes the subject. We're not talking about her anymore. The acting prelate might have disposed of her.
ノエル先生のサボり癖は後で追求するとして。今はあなたのことです、当の指揮官。
Could people stop using my full name?
Well.
私にも落ち度があったので約束を破ったことは水に流しますが、問題はより大きくなったことを理解していますか？
No.
No, I really can't comprehend any of this stuff.
Precisely, no.
問題って。
Yeah, what problem are we talking about?
アルクエイドのことです。
Right.
あなたは彼女のあり方を誤認しています。彼女が血を吸わないから人間の味方だ。なんて考えていませんか？
More so than, like, Vlav or
Yeah.
Roa.
Right?
I don't know how to answer that. It's not because the question took me by surprise, but because it's the very question I've been trying to think about. Trying not to think about.
Yeah.
そこまで単純に考えてはいないけど。でも、あいつはこの町に救っていた吸血鬼の敵だ。俺たちと目的は同じなんだから、協力したって。
I figured the enemy of my enemy is also a hot blonde European.
Totally, yeah.
やはり根本から間違えているようですね。いいでしょう。部外者である遠野くんに説明することは避けていましたが、今回は特例です。
I see.
Are you gonna tell us that thing that Ark didn't bother to tell us until after pretending she was dead for like 3 weeks on the last route?
あなたがこの先も吸血鬼に関わるというのなら、彼女と彼女の敵、ロアについてお話しします。
The mood has shifted.
Has it now?
Has Ciel given up on trying to stop me from getting involved? She's looking at me with absolute seriousness. I have no objections. Getting the rundown on Ark and Roa is exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah, no, you like that.
世界に数多くいる吸血種の中でも霊長類、ホモ・サピエンスの血液を糧とする異物を私たち聖堂教会は吸血鬼と呼称しています。吸血鬼は大きく神祖と使徒とに分類され、 アルクエド・ブリュンスタットは神祖であり、この町に救っているローは使徒となります。上級の使徒たちは皆特殊な異能を持っていますが、ロアはその中でも異端扱いされている特例でした。
特例、あのブローブみたいなやつなんですか。祖とかいう吸血鬼の頂点みたいな。
そうですね。行ってきた最悪量で認定するのなら、ロアは使徒海底における9位、27祖に匹敵します。
But not one of the 27.
They don't acknowledge him.
事実、教会は彼を28人目の祖として捉えています。
The church,
他
however,
の祖たちは
does.
彼を同意と認めてはいませんが、
Yep.
An ancestor, a king among vampires. The law of coming here was a calamity in itself, so to think that someone like that has been in this town for decades is unsettling.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I wonder,
ロアってやつはそんなに強いんですか。ブローブと同じくらいなら俺たちとっくに死んでいると思うんですけど。
ロア本人はそこまで強力な個体ではありません。
Well, I mean, you know, he doesn't like blow up cities like a living nuke or anything.
ですが、対処するという意味で言えば、ブローブよりはるかに厄介な相手なんです。
you see,
何し
Shiki,
ろ、
people
死んでも
die
生
if
き
they're
返ってし
killed.
まうんですから。
Except when they don't.
You're just doing the people die if they're killed line again. Come on.
先輩、吸血鬼は不死身なんだから、死んでも生き返ってくるのは当たり前なんじゃないかな。
不老不死と蘇生はまた別の話ですよ。
It's a little different there, Shiki.
Yeah, immortality is a thing you can get from the Dragon Balls. Resurrection is something the Dragon Balls need to do to you.
Yeah, someone else needs to make that wish.
Right.
確かに吸血鬼は致死の傷を負っても血液がある限り復元しますが、血液が底をついた状態であれば
Right,
消滅
yeah,
し
once
ま
the
す。
blood reserves are gone.
消滅した後も霊族使徒たちが主の肉体を修復し、力ある血液を注ぎ込めば復元
You
は
know,
するで
like
し
how
ょうが、
Dracula comes back every
完
time
全に
some
消
random
滅した
cultists
後、
try to,
一人でに蘇
you
生
know,
する吸
feed
血
him
鬼はいない。
blood onto his remains or something.
Or, I don't know, he just woke up because...
Well, there was that one time he had to be reincarnated as a Japanese high school student.
Right, yeah.
Because, you know, he was actually dead.
Well, I mean, yeah, but then he was a Japanese high school student.
Right. Yeah.
Then he, you know, kind of broke free of that.
Well, I mean, he's still Dracula. He just chose not to be a total monster.
Right.
Yeah.
Chose to be a Japanese high school student instead.
Yes.
Uh,
I actually do really like the Sorrow games.
yeah, no. Dawn of Sorrow and
story.
Aria of Sorrow were both great.
Yeah. Story is a bit odd, but, you know, fun games.
Yeah, yeah. Gameplay wise, probably personal favorites of the Castlevanias for me.
Yeah. Up there with Symphony of the Night, I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, I do appreciate Castlevania 4 for basically just being Castlevania 1, but on the Super Nintendo
yeah.
and with better controls.
けれどロアはそれすら克服してしまった吸血鬼なんで
Yeah.
す。
Yes, but Roa doesn't have to rely on random cultists to bring him back. He just went straight for the Japanese high school
輪廻
student
転
thing.
生という言葉をご存知ですか？
Literally.
仏教用語ですから日本の方には馴染みはあると
You're
思います
asking a
けど。
Japanese kid if he knows what Buddhist reincarnation is?
Hello, you're Japanese. Do you understand reincarnation? Yes. Oh, okay.
Hello, Japanese kid. Have you ever heard of a kami?
Have you ever heard of, like, Shinto fox spirits? No.
Yeah.
Never once in my life. Please, do tell all about the Shinto fox spirits.
Hey, Shiki, I found this great new food. It's called ramen. Yeah. Okay, see.
I was at the convenience the other day, and there was this thing called a cup noodle.
Yes.
Have you heard of this? It's pretty incredible. You might want to try it sometime. Reincarnation. That's what Ark said Roa's ability was.
はい、ありますけど。死んでも次の人間として生まれ変わるっていうやつでしょ。
Right.
Not necessarily another person.
Yeah, it might not be a person.
You could be a dung beetle.
Yeah, with Roa's karma, you know.
Or a cat. Or a crab.
Hmm.
I mean, everything becomes a crab eventually.
Hmm.
You've heard about that, right? There's this, like...
All matter eventually goes to
Yeah,
the sea.
everything eventually...
Yeah.
Evolution tends towards crab.
Yeah.
Like, carcinogenesis, I think is what it's... is the term for it.
Yeah.
Or, like, all evolutionary paths eventually lead to crab.
ロアの特性はまさにそれです。彼は輪廻転生を魔術として成功させた。死んでも生き返る。殺しても殺せないとは、そういう意味なん
I
です。
mean, you can say the same about everyone if you're a Buddhist, though.
He made reincarnation possible through magecraft.
So, is Buddhism just not a thing in Fate?
That sounds like a thing that magecraft shouldn't be able to do. Like, reincarnation? I don't know about that.
I mean, it does sound outside the realm of human technology.
Right. That sounds like some capital M magic bullshit, which it's blatantly not, but like...
I guess, let me think.
I mean, even Zokin's thing was just, like, stealing other people's bodies or something?
Well, he can put his soul into another body, and that's
Right.
not considered true magic.
No,
so.
no, but it's also not reincarnation. That's just, like...
Well,
and his soul was still aging at the normal... Really, that was
yeah,
his problem.
Logan's soul was
His
still...
soul was just falling apart by the time of Stay Night because he'd been alive for, like, 600 years or some bullshit
The
like
way
that.
they explained Roa is that technically he's not immortal. Technically, he's only taking the important data of his soul and putting it in something else. Like, the essential data it takes to be Roa and his memories can be put into another being, and that being will eventually become another Roa. So you killed Roa, he's not, like, even his soul is, like, whatever. I guess the original Roa's soul is probably back in the reincarnation cycle. It's just the next soul got corrupted to be just like Roa. So it's like he never left. So I guess technically that's not true magic, because, I mean, we can, you know, fiddle with data and stuff. Like the concept of uploading yourself into a computer is in the realm of science fiction.
Yeah. Now, in any case, killing him isn't permanent.
Right.
So even if you kill the vampire in front of you, they'll just be reborn into the next generation of humans.
Right.